Happy Friday. We will begin our agenda review with City Manager Layton.
Thank you, Mayor. We have 3 proclamations on Tuesday and 2 people on the public agenda. On page 2, Board of Bids and Petitions. Page 3, number 1, bringing a status report to you on the parking plan discussions in the community. We're going to summarize, again, the purpose for the plan, remind everybody of that, talk a little bit about the finances, but then also come back with a summary of some of the themes that we've heard during our public meetings and some options that we're exploring. All we're asking you to do is just hear this, receive it, and file it with the understanding that we'll be bringing something back to you in the next 30 or 60 days to start working through more details.
So again, it's just a receive this information gathered.
Yes.
But no actual action will be taken.
That is correct, other than simply to receive and file. Right. Under new business number 1, this would amend the city's ethics ordinance primarily to clarify a definition of gifts. There's a few other provisions that would be changed. And then it would repeal the council ethics policy, so everything would be rolled into the ethics ordinance, clarify some confusion that there's been in the past regarding having an ethics ordinance and a policy. So this will merge those.
Can there be some background also on number of complaints filed, anything substantiated?
You had asked me for that before, and I asked the staff to be prepared to talk about that. Actually, I asked Kathy Sexton, who's going to be giving the presentation. Number 2 would approve a cost-sharing agreement with Sedgwick County for a review of emergency communications and fire operations stemming from an October 13th, 2023 apartment fire incident. Number 3 would approve an allocation of $1,320,000 from the Affordable Housing Fund to assist with rehabilitation and the sale or rental of 33 former public housing units. That's all I have on page 3. On page 4, first item would consider a CUP amendment in District 2. I think this is a little unique because it's an appeal, Scott, is that right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
It was an appeal by a member of the community. It was an appeal by a member of the community, not the applicant. So this one's very unique in terms of how it's here. But the appeal simply causes it to go non-consent. It does not change the voting requirement by itself.
Yeah, thank you.
Was this heard by the DAB already?
It was, yes. So you'll see the information about the DAB and the MAPC in the staff report.
Number 2 on that page would consider a zoning change in District 6. There's a difference between the MAPC and the DAB recommendations. Number 5, exact same thing, District 6, difference between the DAB and MAPC. That's all I have on page 5. Under council member agenda, I'm sorry, on 5 and 6, you have, I think, 3 travel requests. Page 7. 2A, this would amend the water plant loan agreement that we have with the state revolving fund to reflect actual draws of cash, interest paid, and fees, and we do these amendments on a regular basis. Number 3 would approve an agreement with ComCare for substance abuse treatment, primarily for individuals that are referred from municipal court. Number 4 would approve the selection criteria for design build project to upgrade the 4 Mile Creek wastewater treatment plant. Number 5 would approve an overestimate bid for a special assessment sewer and paving project. That's all I have on 7. Page 8, number 7 would approve an extension of 7 and 8 approve extension of leases in the Old Town Parking Cinema Garage. We have retail space, I think 7 retail spaces, and this would, these amendments would extend agreements for 2 of those spaces.
Does this change anything regarding our downtown parking conversation?
It should not, no. No, again, existing businesses, they've relied on our parking, our Old Town parking. Sabor and Yo B are the two businesses.
And so those rates have been locked in for how long have they been locked in?
Well, the rates haven't changed since the beginning of the agreements, which was in the 1990s. Now, these businesses themselves have not been in place that whole time, but all of the Old Town parking agreements have the same rate, $7.50 per space.
And $750 per space? does-
$7.50 per space per month.
And does that cover the recouping of costs for
No.
those spots?
No, that's part of our ongoing discussion that we'll talk about during the parking discussion.
Should that be part of our conversation regarding parking then, instead
I
of
think we
being in
need to.
consent agenda?
I think we need to do this on the whole. This is a lease agreement, so it doesn't reference parking at all. They're leasing the space for us in the retail spaces. So the parking we need to deal with as a district.
So if maybe the rates go up later, we're not locked in at 750?
Correct?
Okay.
Yep. Number 9 would extend the IRB letter of intent for an expansion project that's involving mid-continent instruments and avionics. The extension is due to construction delays in their project. Mayor, that's all I have.
Is there anything regarding the second reading ordinances? I think we have a change from what we approved, is that right?
Yes. What do I have to talk about that? There was one change. It had to do with short-term rentals, and it was regarding a penalty. I'm sorry, I don't remember the language. I can send it out to the council again. The city clerk sent something out to everyone, I think shortly after the last council meeting.
I think we did receive that. I just wanted to make sure the public knew that information.
Okay. Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Council members, news from your district.
Tomorrow is the District 1 breakfast featuring Assistant City Manager Dante Martin and Parks and Rec Superintendent Reggie Davidson. We'll be talking about all of the crime prevention work going on as well as youth football, so hope to have people out there. We'll have a good breakfast, nice hot breakfast, better than District 3's breakfast. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage, all
Really?
that good stuff. Yeah, we have real food in District 1.
Really?
so
Finally?
I hope everybody comes
Instead
out.
of the rabbit food, finally.
If you're not interested in attending District 1's breakfast, District 4 is having a town hall at Senior Services with the county. Now, I don't get fancy with food. I used to do donuts with Dalton, but there'll be donuts provided for everybody. It's a little less healthy option.
We had a ribbon cutting this morning at Evergreen Park. We have a new sand volleyball court, so I'm not really a volleyball player, but I could try if you guys want to go out there. Also, on Sunday, I'm doing a river cleanup from Seneca to 13th and McLean. Hopefully, we can get both sides of the river. So if anyone wants to come join me or us, we need all hands on deck. So have a good weekend.
I believe tomorrow is also, is it tomorrow, the stair climbing in honor of 9/11?
Yes.
So good luck to all our first responders who is going to make that trek. I'm going to show up and watch them. Maybe go up 2 or 3 flights and call it a day, but again, we always appreciate everything our first responders do, and it's a good time to just remember that they're putting their lives on the line every single day for us.
Thank you all, and just a quick reminder, City Manager, I know that the flags were flown at half-staff in honor of firefighter Ty Voth. When will they return per protocol?
I don't, the policy was for 30 days, and I believe, I just don't remember what that date is. I'll double check.
One last thing, I said I wouldn't do this, but I am. Shout out to West High. I know Commissioner Dennis has other teams he supports, but West High.
All right, have a great weekend, everyone.